There's no light in this room. It's alright. We got you shine like gold.
Hello YouTube, this is Hatton, and I am making this video to introduce a new project that I'm doing called the 100 Book Project, and basically it involves a lot of reading. I am getting towards my senior year, which is crazy, in college for my degree in creative writing, and I've read so many incredible authors and essays and non-fiction and fiction pieces over the last 3 years, but there's also a lot I haven't read yet, and I decided that for my last year I really wanted to amp up my reading schedule, if that makes sense. So along with the books that I'm going to be reading for class, my assigned readings, I also decided to work through the BBC's 100, it's like the BBC's top 100 books of all time list, and it's like based on the popularity of the books, the style of the books, the form, and all this craziness, but I think mainly it's by the popularity. But I have read quite a few books on that list, but it never hurts to read a good book twice. So I am going to be reading through them, plus I'm going to add in some of my own, and the goal is at the beginning of every month to tell you guys which books I'm going to read, and then you can read along with me, and then at the end of the month, or at the next month for the next video, we can discuss and I'll tell you what I thought, and I'm also going to put kind of like a mini review up on my blog at the end of every month when I've read the books. And so this way it can be kind of a schedule for you if you're wanting to expand your reading as an author or just as someone who loves books. And it can also be a way that we can start some great discussions about the great literature that is out in the world. So I know I'm late because this is March, but I have already started. I started in January and I've read quite a few books, so those recaps are going to be going up on my blog, which is gracehatton.wordpress.com. But for March, I'm going to tell you guys what books I'm reading now, and even though it's a little late, you could start with me and get the ball rolling. The first book is this book, To Kill a Mockingbird. I have read some of this book, not all of it, so I'm excited. I'm going to read that one. Second one is this puppy, which I got this from my college library, but I'm in love with like the binding and the just so gorgeous. Hitchikers Guide to the Galaxy. I have read this, I have listened to the radio show, I have seen the movies, I'm in love with it, so I'm excited to read it again, and you should go get yourself a pretty version like this, which, you know, is genuinely leather bound. Somewhere it says on here, they're very excited about that, but has a tassel, has kind of gold coloring. It's just a gorgeous book, and I love books in general, but I love them when they're, you know, nicely presented as well. So those are 2 books. There's a third one which I'm still kind of deciding on right now, because my goal is to read at least 3 a month along with my school readings. And my school reading is actually, excuse me for one sec, my school reading is called A Visit from the Goon Squad by Jennifer Egan. So feel free to read that one too if you so desire. It's a very interesting book, lots of switches and point of views and perspectives. But those are the books for March, so you should find them. If you already own them, fantastic. Break them out and read them again. If you don't, there's a thing called a library, which is pretty great. If you don't live near a library or don't want to go in a library, there's a thing called Amazon, which is pretty fantastic. You can get books for like $2, or there's always a traditional bookstore. So, you know, you have options to get these books. But I'm excited. I will be posting the recaps for the books I read in January and February on my blog, which, just to give you an overview, was like the Shipping News, Pride and Prejudice, and some other ones. So look out for that. I'm excited about this project. I'm excited for me to keep me kind of accountable, but I'm also excited to just, I don't know, talk about some great books, because every great writer should be a great reader, and that is my goal for 2013, is to improve my writing as always, but just to become an even better reader and to really appreciate the wonderful literature that has been around, some for not very long, some for hundreds of years. And I'm just excited, so I hope you're excited too. I hope you want to come along on this journey with me, and we will have a wonderful year of reading. which is fantastic. So I'm going to say goodbye now because I am not making sense anymore. But thank you all for watching. Go to my blog, subscribe. I will be posting these videos at the beginning of every month now, so subscribe and you will know what books to read for which month. Thank you very much. I will see you all later and have a wonderful day.
It's alright, we got you shine like gold.